If you are a music therapist who is passionate about your work with older adults, then this message is for you. Whether you are starting or expanding a private practice, or you're developing a program with one elder care organization, like a nursing home or a hospice, then I want to help you get on the fast track to doing more of the work you love with the clients who need you and your services. I'm here because I love music therapy with older adults, and I bet you do too. I've been a music therapist since 2004 in private practice for my entire career. I started my first practice in Wichita, Kansas, and then when I got married a few years later, I moved my practice to Kansas City. Over the years, I've seen a lot of ups and downs in my business and in the elder care community and in the communities where I've lived. And I've seen a lot of good and bad and ugly over that time. One thing I've run into is loneliness or professional isolation. When I was in Wichita, I was the only MTBC practicing in the area. And so I was a brand new out-of-the-box music therapist explaining this career, this profession to people who had never heard of it, who were not at all familiar with the services that we had to offer. It was lonely. Even a few years later, when I moved my practice to Kansas City, where there were a lot more music therapists, I still run into a lot of people who don't understand what music therapy is, what we have to offer. And it gets old to try to explain this over and over again to people. I bet you can understand that too, the loneliness that comes with this work. Another problem for me has been burnout or stagnation. After you've been trying to develop a program for a while, or you've been using some of the same marketing materials or techniques over and over, and they don't seem to be working and things aren't going your way, and you just feel like banging your head against the wall and giving it all up and choosing a new career, that's burnout, and I've been there. I've also been through clinical stagnation where I feel like I'm using the same songs and the same activities and the same interventions over and over and over again with my groups, and they aren't really working as well as they used to. And maybe I'm not even sure how to serve a particular person well. I've been through that as well. And it's lonely, it's isolating, and it's burnout. Another challenge for us in music therapy is change. Change is constant, as we all know. There's changes in the business world, there's changes in the elder care world, there's changes in our personal lives. I've seen contracts come and go, I've seen administrators and clinical professionals and clients and supporters come and go. I've had a lot of changes in my personal life too. I mentioned that I moved my practice when I got married. I also made some big changes when my daughter was born a few years ago because I wanted a business that fit with the life that I had and the mother that I wanted to be. One thing I know is that there will be more change in my future for my business, and more change for all of us in the music therapy world and in the elder care community. If you add all this stuff together, it can sound really scary. It can sound pretty darn intimidating to get into the music therapy world, especially music therapy and elder care. But if you imagine the alternative, how can you give that up? Imagine that you could have the job or the practice where you're doing music therapy with older adults, with the people who need you and the people that you love to serve, knowing that you have an ethical practice, a sustainable position, and that you're earning the money that you need to support yourself and your family. That's where we all want to go. That's where we need to be. I want to help you get there. In my years of practice, I've had a lot of experiences, good and bad. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've learned a lot of things through trial and error. It's been a slow journey at times, and if I can help you get through some of these hurdles a little bit quicker, I think that'll work out better for you and for the people that you serve. That is why I am introducing you to MT Insider. This program is exclusively for credentialed music therapists. Here, I will give you the resources and support that you need to get on the fast track to that ideal practice. As a member of MT Insider, you will have access to our business and advocacy toolbox. Here is where you can download templates for presentations and brochures and business cards, and bibliographies, all those materials that you need as you're advocating for music therapy and for your business. Rather than reinventing the wheel, you can use these templates as inspiration for your own materials. You'll also have access to the clinical resource section. This is where you can get fresh session ideas, new experiences, and new music to try in sessions with your older adults. Insiders will also have access to our Continuing Education and Training Center. Here you'll find webinars, video and audio recordings to keep you up to date on research and to give you more information to dig deeper into elder care trends and business trends so that you can keep your clinical and business knowledge fresh. In addition to these resources, you'll also have access to ongoing expert and peer support. In our office hours twice monthly, you'll have the opportunity to have a private conversation with me by Skype or by phone. Think of it as mini supervision sessions or laser coaching. This is your opportunity to ask questions, to get feedback on things that are going on in your business or in your clinical work, to get the encouragement and support that you need. As an insider, you'll also have access to our exclusive Facebook group. This is just for members of MT Insider, and this is the place where you can bounce ideas off of each other. You can ask your questions about clinical and business concerns. You can celebrate your victories and lean on our shoulders when you're having a rough day. I'm in there every day, and your peers will be too. With MT Insider, you will have the support and the resources that you need to get on the fast track to that ideal practice. I can't wait to see you on the inside.